everybody was in the same row, last desk. And then the other one, we set all four corners is basically last desk. And then the other one, we set all four corners is basically last. Where she put us, thinking that would stop. But every time she turned around, I just couldn't see the dude behind me. But I still remember when this dude, Brian, rest his soul. He was fucking hilarious. And his thing was, he knew how to make the fart noise with his hands. He didn't have to go under his armpit. You know what I mean? He could fucking go. He would do that. But he would squeeze it out and make it sound like a fart. And the teacher couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And, you know, I'm in the third grade. All right, you make a fart noise. I mean, that's Richard Pryor to me at that age. So. Oh, and the desk got moved around, and there were notes and all of that shit. Why am I talking about this? Because I feel like this is the end of my adult summer vacation. Getting ready to go back out on the road, but I'm also excited. I am totally rested up. I feel like I had a cold or something. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to fight this thing off. I haven't been sleeping well lately, and been holding down the fort here with the kiddos. Been having a great time with them. And I've been watching a bunch of madness. I actually watched the first couple of days. My bracket has disintegrated. You know, the two teams that I love, Kansas Jayhawks, Indiana Hoosiers, they're out of it. There goes two fucking conferences. I don't even know who the hell I had. I know Verzi's got Tennessee. They're still in it. Is it Ivy League school? Princeton still in it? Please still be in it. Please still be in it. What? Did they lose? They're in it. Oh, they're in it. Princeton's in the South? All right. Here's one for you. This is how you know how you did in high school, when you have no idea where Ivy League schools are. I know a few of them just because they were in my state. Harvard's in Boston. And then Brown was in Rhode Island. And then years later, I learned that Dartmouth was also in New England. There's one in New York City. Oh, Princeton's in New Jersey, right? There used to be holy shit, I did a gig out there a long fucking time ago. The late, great Vic Henley. That was a good gig. Oh my God, I haven't thought of that in forever. I mean, Princeton's still in it, the fucking snotty pants. Who says mathletes can't fucking poop? I got this song in my head. I got a song in my head. I can't fucking get this song out of my head. I'm gonna get my fucking chest x-rayed. I think when I got pneumonia, I still got fluid left because I can't stop fucking hacking up. I don't even smoke anymore. Oh, I got rid of all my cigars, everybody. Got rid of all of them. Brought them down to the Comedy Store. They got a humidor down there. I just put them all in there. I had like boxes of cigars. I couldn't even fit them in the humidor. Once word got out that I smoked, I go on the road and, hey, welcome to fucking Peoria. Here's a fucking box of cigars. I'm not going to lie to you. It was fantastic. And thank you to everyone that gave me those cigars, but it got out of it. I had like enough cigars here to start my own store. So I finally was just like, all right, I got to get this shit out of here. And I said it to you guys. I was getting that shit out of here. I'm looking over, and they are all gone. Except for this box of 25 Cubans that somebody gave me. Those I kept. And those are in my humidor, in my bedroom. And I've had them, though, for 9 days that I have to smoke down here. And I look at them, and I like them, and they smell good. But I just keep saying to myself, you don't want to wait till there is an event. Invite a bunch of people over. Hand them out, and then they'll smoke most of them, not just have one. That's what I do. There's 25 there, so what I need to do is invite 7 people over to smoke with me. 3 times. And there'll be one left. I'll only smoke 4. Is this even a podcast anymore? What am I talking about? I'm looking at my fucking bookshelf. Anybody want a book? Huh? Giving them away. And finally, admitting to myself that the books that I've read, I'm not going to read again. And they got these things around town here in LA. We just donate books. People come walking by, and they leave a book, and they take a book. I know where there's like 3 of them. I'm going to start dumping my books there. Like 3, 4 at a time. It's going to be funny too because my books are like for morons. You know what I mean? And there's probably like, classic books that people are wrapping up, like fucking Piglet and the Bird. Whatever those fucking those classic books. These the Prince and the Pauper. Right? Turks and Caicos. I can't really know. Count of Monte Cristo. That's all I got. The rest, all I have is fucking rock autobiographies. That's it. I've already been through my bookshelf. I'm not doing this again. But I'm getting rid of all of that shit. Do you realize how stupid it is that someone like me, that I don't read and I actually have a bookshelf? So, I mean, what am I doing?
Oh, shit.
That's like having signed football jerseys and shit up on your wall and you can't throw a ball. Oh, wait, I have one up there. I don't. No, I don't. Oh, good. I got it scared recently. Just now, I got it scared. What the fuck? I still got a bunch of shit. I got a bunch of cigar paraphernalia I have to get rid of. I have like 9,000 lighters, 9,000 cutters. They're all like refillable, so I don't want to throw them out because they're plastic and they're just going to go in the ocean and float around for fucking 900 years. So, if you come out to my show and you want a lighter, just ask me. I'll bring them with me and I'll just start. I'll hand them out. I'll hand them out like one of those people on Instagram that tries, that shows what a good person they are by making an Instagram video about what a good person they are. You see, you see these things? People go on, they make an Instagram video of them helping out people. I mean, I guess on some level you're inspiring people to do stuff like that. I just think it's funny that you go out and you not only do you help somebody, you gotta film it and then put like sad piano or string music underneath it. That's another thing people do. Like when they, there's always just some fucking idiot like me running his yap. And when they're trying to give you life advice, if you notice those fucking, did you ever notice? I'm really going 80s comedy on you guys today. That they always fucking they got to put this music underneath it. Like, if you're really, really giving me good life advice, it should be able to stand on its own, right? Why are you scoring your opinion? Calling up fucking John Williams. And then you always got to have the other person sitting across, like someone on an infomercial. I never looked at it that way. That is fascinating. Yeah, we know it's fascinating. We can hear the fascinating music that they're playing underneath your fascinating point. Oh, I am in a mood today. I'm in a fucking mood. What is going on with that, Life fucking happens, people. You know what happens when you become an adult is you got to be the bigger person. And I can tell you that it is a thankless job. Just be the bigger person. Go over there and do this. Don't do that. Don't get involved in that. You gotta be a bigger person. What are some of the other adages? They'll appreciate it. They'll when they get older, they'll appreciate it. That shit. It's all like down the line. It's like trying to get paid by a record label. Next one. Next album comes in. That's when we give you your fucking money. But anyway, I've gone like 0 for 32. I think 0 for 48. However many games they've played in this basketball tournament. I don't think any of my teams. Alabama I had going. San Diego State I had losing to Charleston. I picked Baylor. I probably picked Baylor just because I saw 3 next to it. I picked Arizona. They lost. Jesus Christ, man, I just fucking... All right, who's left? Creighton's left. I know I didn't have that. I know I didn't have Princeton. I had Alabama. I didn't have San Diego State University. Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic. They're the 30-3.
Oh, good.
Who did they beat? Wait, Purdue got beaten by Farley Dickinson? Jeez, who the fuck was I? Duke got beat by Tennessee. Those numbers all match up. I didn't have any. I might have had Tennessee, but I think Virgin did. Kentucky, Michigan State. I had nothing in that bracket. I'm now 1 for 4 people. I had Houston. I didn't have Miami. Definitely didn't have Xavier, and I definitely didn't have Texas. Went 1 for 4 again. Jesus Christ. This is like me back in the day, multiple choice test. I had Kansas, so Arkansas blew that up. That was a great game. I didn't have UConn. I didn't have Gonzaga. I had UCLA. Oh, I got 2 on. No, I got 1 in that one. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I mean, I might as well have been blindfolded. I mean, I didn't watch any games this year, Bill. What the fuck did you expect? Oh, all right. All right, then. Just be the bigger person. You know, just try to be the bigger fucking person. You know who never was the bigger person? Everyone in jail. Get me everyone. And a lot of them went out and did what you fantasize about doing. I wonder why they never made a documentary on it. You know what I mean? Like the amount of times, okay, somebody has done something to you, and you want to be like, you know what? You know, I would love to just go up and fucking, you know, beat the shit out of throw a chair, throw a glass, slap him in the face, you know, do something like, you just don't do it. You're like, well, I can't because I'll get sued, I'll get arrested, blah, blah. You know? People in jail don't have to fucking sit there going, you know what? I should have slapped that guy. They probably sit there going, like, I shouldn't have slapped that guy. I should have been the bigger person. You really can't win. Oh, my God. I don't think I've ever been clearer in my life that I don't believe in God. You know? I don't. I do believe you should be a good person and that type of stuff, but not because there's some invisible guy who's going to get upset if you don't, because that person just clearly does not give a fuck, or is just totally bored. Just the way this game has been set up, that, you know, turning the other cheek is the way to hold on to what you have. You actually do or say what you fucking think more times than not. Paying for, you know, doing the right thing versus choosing more money. Choosing the money is never the right thing. It's unreal. Pizza and ice cream make you fat. Brussels sprouts keep you skinny. It's just, I don't understand. I gotta say, I really respect an obese person that's walking around slapping people. I mean, I think you are living your best life. I like pizza, I'm eating it. I like ice cream, I'm eating it. I don't like what that person said about me, I'm slapping them. You big trans fat hand, you know, fucking waterlogged cholesterol. You know, it's just not worth it. You know, you get in a relationship with somebody and you just have to just, you know, it's about compromise. I'm all over the map here. Anyway, so I always give, you know, my kid a ride to school, right? She has this song that she listens to. And whenever it gets in my head, I can't get it out. But what's funny right now is I want to sing it. And I can't remember it. And I shouldn't sing it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's back. It's like come on, join the fun squad. You know, super positive. It doesn't matter if it fucking rains. You something, and that goes away to pain. Come and join the fun squad. Whack, 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 tap at it. Oh, mindless. And she loves the song, and I love the look on her face when she listens to it, so I play it every day, and then I walk around for like the better part of the morning with that fucking song on loop. Jumped out of bed and something, come and join the fun squad. You know there's a formula for that. Like, they got it, like, corporate people that, like, just sit in a fucking office, and they have an algorithm that they plug into a computer, and they go, what notes will just, like, turn into, like, a sideways tornado and just float into your inner ear and just stay there and spin around in your fucking head until you finally give in and buy the song. I realize this is a little dark. I'm going through a lot of shit right now, people. You know, during these fucking times in life, you just go through a lot of shit, and then you just try to get to the other side. Oh, that's it. Live life out loud, above the crowd. You can choose to be happy. Come on, join the fun squad. I love that they say you can choose to be happy. You know, I'm waiting for fucking people with clinical depression to say that they find that line offensive. You know, if being happy was just a choice, but I'd be sitting here putting my face into a radiator. Oh, we're sorry, sir. We didn't realize that you were clinically depressed when we tried to make a song to make children happy and give them a positive outlook about their life. But by all means, let's fucking stop the song and let's address you and your life. Your unfixable life. That's a good name for a show. The Unfixable Life. Old Billy Freckles is going back out on the road. He's back. He's back in the saddle again. All right, I got some new days coming. I didn't sleep last night, sorry. May 5th, 2023. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada at Dolby Live. May 5th. September 29th, 2023. I'm Cross Insurance Arena. Cross Insurance. I think insurance with Jesus. September 30th, 2023. I'm in Manchester, New Hampshire at the SNHU Arena. So, New Hampshire University, Southern New Hampshire University, maybe? Is that what it is? What's up with that? 500. I've almost had a cold for like 3 days. I keep taking this shit. It like holds it at bay, but it doesn't knock it out. It's like when Bone Crusher Smith fought Mike Tyson, and he just kept holding on to him. Throw a few, and then he just tie him up. Throw a few, and just tie him up. Bone Crusher Smith, one of the scariest fucking looks on a boxer's face walking into the ring. He used to make his eyes all wide and his teeth, and just looked like he was absolutely fucking crazy. All right, Artist Presale is Wednesday, March 22nd at 10 a.m. local time. Still don't understand what that means. Local time. All right, so if you live on the West Coast, you live in Hawaii, you have to wait till 10 a.m. your local time.
What's up, bud?
Everybody on the East Coast buys up all the tickets. Why would they do that? Oh, I'm an idiot.
No.
10 a.m. Vegas time. You go to the Vegas show.
I'm playing against them.
I want to say that was a bit. It wasn't. All right.
What are you doing?
10 a.m. local time. I finally figured it out. Thursday, March 23rd at 11:50.
Yeah.
I'm going to live up.
McPherson for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. From the 6. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks.
This is about time they put a... Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go.
So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Ball one, right?
very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They're passing here. Joe Burrow throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play. And from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second and 3 from the 9. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. He's got it. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Again, it's Mixon, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
11 MT, 11 Mighty, 11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. Completion good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. Now Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Jackson will throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 16, Jackson. This is caught. And the Ravens are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down, here's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3, and that will bring up second down.
Gun. Shot.
A draw play for Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase.
They gotta go.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again, Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. To try again after the sack. Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
I'm wondering. 12, 12, 12. 11,
Here we go.
11.
It's Burrow on 4th down. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
I'm wondering.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They run again with Hunt. And he gets it down to the 32. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, This game's over.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they